Hello friends, in next few minutes you will learn the topic statistics. You all know the graphs in your geography books about the crops in various states, rainfall in India few years back and so many. These are some examples of graphs in statistics. Here is the definition of statistics. Statistics is a branch of mathematics, deals with collection, classification, tabulation, representation, analysis and interpretation of data. Nowadays, statistics is a separate branch of science. Statistics is used everywhere. For example, in newspaper, in games, in software companies, etc. These are some basic but important terms. Data, a collection of information in the numerical figures, is called a data. For example, the following table gives the data regarding the favorite sports of 200 students in a school. The sports are cricket, badminton, tennis, football and swimming. Next term, observation. Each numerical figure in the data is called an observation. In the above table, 53, 40, 32, 47, 28 are observations. Raw data. When some information is collected and presented randomly, then it is called a raw data. This is the example of a raw data. Array. An arrangement of the numerical figures of a data in ascending or descending order is called an array. We see the examples of these terms. Range. The difference between the highest and the lowest values of observations in a data is called the range of a data. Tabulation of a data. Arranging the data in a systematic form in the form of a table is called tabulation of a data. Frequency of observation. The number of times a particular observation occurs is called its frequency. Now we see tally marks. Using example, we will see the concept tally mark. The example is, following are marks obtained by 20 students in one examination out of total marks 100. Now first, we rearrange the data in ascending order. So it is a array data. This is a table. Now see the screen carefully. After seeing, I will explain you what is tally marks. Mark obtained. Then see carefully This is called tally marks, frequencies. So we take each observation from the data one at a time and mark a vertical line called tally mark in the next column opposite to particular value of observation. For convenience, we write tally marks in the bunch of 5. The fifth one crossing the 4 diagonally, as shown with the black color. The number of tally marks opposite to a particular value of observation is its frequency. The next concept is bar diagram. Here also, using example, we will see the concept. The example is the scores of Rahul Dravid in 5 matches in the year 1990 are given. Represent the data using bar diagram. The scores are. Now we draw a bar diagram. This is a graph paper. First we draw x-axis, y-axis. The point where x and y-axis intersect is denoted by the symbol in bracket 0, 0. Now we take scale on y-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 runs. So we have now see the table. In the first match, he scored 120 runs. In the second match, he scored 90 runs. In the third match, he scored 30 runs. In the fourth, he scored 80 runs. In the fifth match, he scored 150 runs. This graph is called a bar graph. So, a bar graph is a method of presenting data using rectangular bars vertically or horizontally with equal spaces between them. The length of each bar represents the given number. In a bar diagram, there are two types: joint bar diagram and subdivided bar diagram. Now we will see these two types of graphs with the same data. The example is, in a school there are 4 divisions of class 6th. The number of boys and girls in each class are given in the table. See the table. Now with this data, now we draw the two graphs, joint bar diagram and subdivided bar diagram. These are two graph papers. Now first we draw x-axis and y-axis on the both graphs. Then the intersection point is denoted as 0, 0. On the both graphs, we take scale on y-axis as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. Now first we see joint bar diagram. There are two types, boys and girls. So we denote boys with dark blue color and girls with faint blue color. Now In division A, there are 50 boys and 30 girls. In division B, there are 30 boys and 40 girls. In division C, there are 30 boys and 30 girls. And division D, there are 20 boys and 50 girls. So, this is called a joint bar diagram. Now we see the subdivided bar diagram. Using the same data. Please remember using the same data. So in division A, there are 50 boys and 30 girls. So total is 80. Similarly, we have in division B, division C and division D. So the subdivided bar diagram is so you have understood the difference of presentation between two types of bar diagrams. Now we go to the pictograph. Pictograph is the way of showing given numerical data in picture form. This type of graph is used in newspapers. Now we see one example. Given below is a table showing number of apples were sold by Ashok over 5 months. In January, he sold 30 apples. In February, he sold 10 apples. In March, he sold 50 apples. In April, he sold 70 apples. And in May, he sold 40 apples. Now we represent 10 apples with the figure as shown on the screen. So the pictograph of the given data is in January he sold 30 apples. So there are 3 apples since 1 apple represents 10 apples. This is our notation. In February he sold 10 apples. In March he sold 50 apples. In April he sold 70 apples. So there are 7 apples in our table. And in May he sold 40 apples. In this way we represent a given data in a pictorial form. So this is a pictograph of given a data. Summary. So in this session you have learned definition of statistics, important terms, tally marks, bar diagram, types of bar diagram, first joint bar diagram and subdivided bar diagram, and lastly pictograph. Thank you.